Hello everybody. So we actually got some people watching. I wasn't sure how the afternoon shows would go, so thanks for stopping in. Looks like we've got Therese and Paul both watching. At least there may be some others on other platforms as well. So welcome all. Thank you. We are playing Behind the Black Door, which is my third album. I think I listed it as my second album when I put my titles in today. It was actually my third album, which I did about 3 years ago, probably 2018. Yeah, would have been probably about August 10th, 2018 was when I released this album. And I've done a lot of albums since then, and it's been a lot of fun. So looks like Therese is loving the album cover intro. Yeah, that fun fact about that album cover, even though the album is called Behind the Black Door, the photograph I took was actually of a white door, and it was all lighting that made it look black. So that was a good time. And Paul is heading through New Mexico, hopefully just listening to audio or possibly in a self-driving car. Be safe out there on the road, Paul, please. I've known Paul for many years. I haven't seen him in many years. We kind of grew up across the street from each other, as he pointed out on 95th over in Western Washington. Good guy, Paul. Tell your family I said hi, please. I haven't seen you guys in literal decades. So I hope you guys are doing well. One great thing about this particular album is we move right away into the G sharp minor portion of the show. That is coming up now. We just did actually two songs. I think this is the only album I have where two songs run straight into each other. The first song was called The Palace of Agony, and the second one we just listened to was Sacrificial Wrath. We're going to slow it down a little bit here for the G sharp minor portion. This piece is called A Gentle Rage. Hey, thanks, Paul. I'm glad you liked that one. Yeah, a lot of people seem to respond very positively to my slower stuff. And I like the, kind of getting into the slow passages and stuff and kind of feeling my way through the guitar in whatever key I'm in. But I gotta say, I really do. I like the heavy stuff. That's me. That's what I do. And that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna bump it back up a bit. I'm gonna do a little F sharp minor on this one. Moving down 2 frets, everything on the guitar. Making it work with that. This one is called Upon Broken Wings. All right. Yeah, Doc definitely adds a lot to the chat. What I'm hoping is eventually we will have enough people viewing that the chat will take care of itself. But yeah, Doc is definitely he's a chatty little guy. Good to have around. I've been friends with Doc also for a very long time. What does a particular ocean dwelling say? I don't know. I'm lost on that one. A particular ocean dwelling. Not catching the riddle on that one. I will think about it while I play my next song. I'll think about it while I follow my shadow. That's another fun song to play. So now I totally understand what you're talking about. But before I answer that question, I'm gonna fix my light that's going crazy. There we go. I don't know why these lights occasionally will just kind of, it's called DMX. It's the protocol that controls the lights. And every once in a while they just change their DMX channel on their own. And I think it's because the lights are kind of cheap. Hey, cool. I'm glad that works. You know, I once had a person say to me that my first album, Confusion, was their favorite album for driving. And they were kind of a little bit timid when they told me that. Like, it almost could be construed as an insult. I'm like, dude, that's amazing. To think that someone enjoys my music that much, to be like, they have a favorite album of mine for any purpose. That's just like super cool. So, it's you know, I've done 64 albums. I've written a bunch of others that are not out yet because I'm working on production stuff. But just the fact that anyone listens to my music in any way at all is just absolutely amazing to me. It's so cool. So thank you all. So yes, we do need to talk about what the octopus says, because the octopus says, that's fact. I know, because I was there. I heard him. That's the way it is. Sometimes the octopus denies that they said that, but the octopus said that. That's a fact. So this next song is called Speak Too Soon. It's a lighter piece, and it's very piano heavy. I would love to hear your opinions on kind of how this feels, because I have considered for a long time doing an entire album in this vein that's more kind of piano and electric guitar oriented. I really enjoy this kind of music, and I'd love to hear your opinions on it. So this is called Speak Too Soon. You study to my music. That's awesome. Instrumental music is often really good for studying. Yeah, because you don't have the lyrical content to distract you from concentration and relaxation. And that's an important thing. Relaxation is often more important than concentration. So keep that in mind when you're studying as well. Always relax, take a good shower, do that fun stuff. Drink lots of water, like I do. For anyone who's on Facebook, if you're wondering about all of the other questions I'm answering, on Facebook, you don't see all of the other people in chat who are on YouTube, Twitch, or any of the other channels that I stream to. Oh, Doc is in the house, and he likes cheese. You would say yes to an album like that? Maybe makes a couple of songs. Oh, that's actually, I love harpsichord. Oh, fun fact, as technology progresses, old technology moves out, and this happens somewhat quickly in software at times. So I've got this particular piano sound that I use and a harpsichord out of the same program, and that program is no longer compatible as I continue to update my recording software. And fortunately, I have been able to go in and extract the raw files from that and recreate those instruments, because I have searched for pianos and harpsichords that I like as much as those, and they just don't work for me. So I'm really glad I got those. So that's part of what I've been doing right now with Album 65, is I've been looking for new synth sounds, because my old synthesizers are no longer working. The synthesizer sounds you hear in this are no longer working in my new material. And so yeah, I've been kind of what we call auditioning sounds, just sitting for hours and hours being like, what does this sound like? I hit the keyboard, what does this sound like? And it's not the most fun I've ever had, but it's a thing. So welcome, Doc. Welcome all who may be listening or watching. I hope you are enjoying the show. So now this next song I want to talk about a little bit. I don't know if Catherine might be watching right now or listening, but she goes by the Fake Redhead. And something I've talked about a bit in my shows is a question that comes up often is, with as many songs as I've got, where do I come up with all my song titles? The main place that I get song titles from are from writing prompts. And a writing prompt is just a little thing that is like a story idea. It's like, hey, write a book or write a short story or whatever about this. So Catherine, the Fake Redhead, has written something like 700 of these things. And I have used quite a few of her writing prompts as inspiration for song titles. And this is one of the earliest of hers that I actually used. We're sticking with some E minor here. We're gonna kind of bump it up. We had our slow song. We're gonna rock it back up. And with a title like this, you kind of gotta be high energy. This song is called Clinically Insane and Incredibly Annoying. Devera, I hope I'm saying that name and or username correctly. Welcome. I'm glad you are enjoying the show. Yeah, I love my light setup. It's a lot of fun. And thank you very much for the compliment. I have worked very hard to become a more accomplished guitar player, and it's always nice to see that people are enjoying the fruits of my labor. I am still a work in progress. I learn new things about guitar every single day, and I think that's one of the most important things about if you're gonna learn guitar. Really, not even guitar, just things. You gotta be a perpetual student because you're never gonna reach the end of it. Hugh, thank you very much for the $10. Greatly appreciated. Your support is wonderful. And yeah, Doc has put up. Therese has addressed this earlier, but it's worth talking about for the new persons in chat. That yes, in fact, the octopus says, yeah, we just, you know, it needs to be brought up. I need to put like a big octopus mural on the back wall or something behind the guitars. Octopuses are freaking awesome. Octopuses, octopi, octopodes, whatever your preferred plural is. Hey, I'm nonpartisan here. Okay, we're good. That song was called Clinically Insane and Incredibly Annoying. Catherine, if you happen to be watching or listening out there, thank you very much for all the inspirational song titles in your writing prompts. Cephalopods also works, yes. They're just awesome, they're just cool. So, yeah. What do you guys feel about doing a little F minor here? We already did G sharp minor, Doc missed that. And that's just the way it is. You absolutely are welcome to send me the mad painting. Yeah, you bet. I know you did that a while ago. You know, again, you know, I'm easy going, easy to get along with. And I'm just gonna do some easy F minor here. We're gonna slow it down. This is kind of a fun one. This one kind of switches back and forth between some clean tone guitar and some light distortion, and kind of a fun piece. At least I think so. I like my own songs though. I think people should be fans of their own work. If the work you do is work you don't like, maybe you should do different work. So I like what I do. This one is called, you know, I think we all feel this at some point. Everyone has this experience. This is called The Stranger in the Mirror. And yeah, Doc is correct. They're all original music. And Doc is one of my moderators. I've known Doc for years, so he knows very well what goes on here. He actually drummed on my very first album which was released in 2004. And since then, when I started releasing albums again in 2018, I've been taking care of everything myself. So it's some instrument programming. I play instruments, and it's a lot of fun. There is going to be a cover tune on my next album. I've done a couple of cover tunes, but never on one of my albums. I've never played them live. I've done a cover of with my friend Deirdre. We did Paint It Black. It was kind of this more orchestral, harpsichord, creepy opera kind of version of it. It's really cool. If you go to Audiology.net, let me put that on here. You can find that cover. And also on my SoundCloud, if you can find it, I don't have the address for this. I did a cover of While My Guitar Gently Weeps by the Beatles. And that was a pretty kicking cover. Kind of a more metal version of that. It's just such a great song. I mean, the freaking Beatles, man. Come on. They were amazing. And, you know, they've got that kind of fame for a pretty solid reason. Because they were that good. So there are a couple cover tunes out there, but this will be the first one on an album, and the cover tune I'm going to do on my next album is Heavy Metal Variations of Three Blind Mice. And so I've got like this nearly 7 minutes of just different ways of playing Three Blind Mice, and I'm absolutely loving the way it's coming out. I'm really feeling good about the next album. So my first album, from the time I started writing it to the time I released it, was like 13 or 14 years. And, you know, that was years ago. I started writing it in would have been 90. So yeah, 14 years. And and that was just kind of piecemeal here and there while I was in the military and younger and doing all that stuff. And then my second album I took about a year and a half on. And that was basically setting up the process for what was about to happen. Because after that, I did an album every week for 11 months. So I put out 49 albums in 11 months. Then I kind of slowed down a bit. We moved over to Eastern Washington. Cerebellum! That's awesome. Thank you. Much appreciated. We moved over to Eastern Washington. You know, things slowed down a bit. And that's when I put out my 55th album, The Patron Saint of Murderers. And I took a pretty big jump on my production quality in that album. And now with my 65th album, it's been about 10 months since I put one out. And again, I'm working on some different things in the production, and it's coming along nicely. So, we'll see. It's going to get there. Caveira played guitar years ago, but was not good at it. So, you know, the thing is, you just got to work past that. You got to work through it. And there's, what am I trying to say here? It's the thing that if you really have the passion for it, then you just end up putting the time in. And that's all it really is when it comes to to high skills. And there's something that I know that you're very good at. I don't have to know you for that. That's just how people work. And that's the thing that's important to you. And most people are not going to stick with guitar because it's not what they really want to do. And that's totally okay. Not everyone needs to play guitar. I just got bit by the bug. And I actually quit when I played I started at age 8. I played until I was 12, and I hated my guitar teacher, so I quit. And then I got rebit by the bug when I was 17, and haven't stopped since. I don't even know if I've blinked since then. I've just been playing guitar and eating pizza. That's about it. So, nonetheless, this is turning into a very fun little chat. Like I said, I didn't know I haven't done an afternoon show before, so afternoon where I am. I started at noon. So yeah, I'm glad people are coming in. Caveira, I do play every Friday. I have been playing at 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. I've added on a noon show, so please come back and listen to more music. We do got a few more songs here today, so let's move into that. Let's do a little G minor here, shall we? We haven't done G minor yet today. We've done some E minor, we've done some B minor, we've done some F minor. Everything's in minor because rock and roll, baby. Let's do some G minor. This song is called False Memories. Oh, first time today. See, this is something that you'll see me do occasionally, Kavera, is I'm just a total airhead and I have the wrong thing set up and I hit the space bar to play and then nothing happens. Happens often. Cool, yeah, I'm planning to just try this out for a while and see how it works. So for the foreseeable future, Doc, I will be playing every Friday at noon. And we'll just see where that goes. If it works out, great. If it doesn't work out, also great. Okay, here we go. False Memories. All right, headbanging dances between Doc and Therese, always a beautiful thing. Kaveri, if you happen to still be here, thank you very much for stopping in. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Feel free to stop back in this evening if that's convenient for your time zone and or scheduling needs. Always glad to have you. So yes, always glad to have everyone here. Good times. So we got a couple more songs here for today's show. And this next song, I really like the way it went together. But this is something I've talked about a few times as I'm doing these shows. It's very interesting to me to see how my compositional style has progressed and changed over the course of all of the albums that I've done. This song, if I were doing it again today, I would almost certainly do quite a few things differently in it. But I still really like the feel of this piece. And it is definitely one of my better song titles. This is called It's Only Blood. Oh, Doc. Oh, thank you, Doc. You don't know it, but you just gave me an album title, baby. Body Count Rising. That's a good one. Doc's working with an inside joke there between him, Sarah, and another friend of ours. So it doesn't make sense. Don't worry. Sarah's not really a killer. But she is awesome. I know, because I was there. Body Count Rising. That's fantastic. Okay. So, moving into the last song of the afternoon. I haven't said that before. Last song of the afternoon. I don't usually do afternoon shows. But last song of the set, so to speak. Doc over here bouncing around between Twitch and YouTube, as per usual. Yes, some of my songs do pull down Doc's pants and taunt him, which is fantastic. I got that on my quotes list. I need to put like a random quotes thing on my website of awesome things that people have said in my chat and things that have been said about me. That's some good stuff. We only got one song left here. Moving into song 11. For those who may be coming in late, we are playing my second album of 64. My third album of 64. I keep thinking this is my second album. That's because I'm an airhead. We're playing my third album. This is called Behind the Black Door. This last song is called Chaos and Solitude, and this is dedicated to my friend Vivian. I'm pretty sure she's not here right now. She said she was going to try to stop into the evening show. She and her husband Ray, who I just adore both of them, they're wonderful. They had come to one of my shows. I was playing at a local coffee shop, and that's where I had started writing all the music that eventually became this whole big going crazy with albums project. And she just really liked this song, so I was like, as soon as this goes out, this will be for Viv. So if you happen to be out there, Viv, great. If not, I will see you tonight, hopefully. The song is called Chaos and Solitude. My lights were supposed to turn off when that happened, not on. Let's try this again. There we go. I'm kind of glad Viv's going to be at the evening show because I've just had 2 false starts with this because I am a knob. Total freaking knob. Because I've got the original sounds still on in this recording. Let's see if I can get this to... I've had a pretty smooth show so far. Pretty smooth up until the last moment. Sometimes not everything works out. Okay, see if we can do this. Chaos and Solitude. See, with a song like this, I may as well screw it up. It's all chaos. There we are. Okay, now we got you. Okay, normally I totally wipe everything out with technical difficulties right at the beginning of the show. This time I flipped that to the end of the show and just totally destroyed all technical aspects at the very end of the show. Nonetheless, thank you for coming in, everyone. If you're new, if you're old, whatever, we're a bunch of old people here, so this has been a really fun show. I am going to continue on with the noon shows, at least for the time being, see how this pans out. So every Friday will be 2 shows. If you are available, come back at 8 o'clock. It'll be the same music, but completely new solos, because I made that all up, and it was fun. I am out of here. You have a great day and or morning and or evening and or night, wherever you are. See you in about 6.5 hours.